This is the FCTO Daily Forex News Report for the 8th of April 2013. The Japanese yen dropped sharply as the week started, whilst the Nikkei jumped over 300 points in initial trading as the response to the Bank of Japan's announcement last week continues. Also, it's reported that the central bank could start buying as much as 1.2 trillion yen in Japanese government bonds with a maturity of over 5 years this week as it rushes to beat deflation. Responses to the Bank of Japan have been overwhelmingly positive. IMF chief Lagarde said that the monetary policies, including unconventional measures, have helped prop up the advanced economies and in turn global growth. He hailed that the reforms just announced by the Bank of Japan are another welcome step in this direction. US dollar Japanese yen has risen to as high as 99 for the first time since May 2009 today, whilst euro Japanese yen also finally broke the near-term resistance of 127.7, and British pound Japanese yen also jumped to as high as 151.69. The euro is mildly softer against other major currencies on news from Portugal, where the Portuguese PM said that there will be reductions in operating expenses as the Constitutional Court blocked a plan to suspend monthly payments to state workers and pensioners last week. He also warned that the court ruling put Portugal in an increasingly fragile position in the negotiations with the EU, ECB and IMF on extending the maturities of the bailout loans. Bundesbank head Weidmann said over the weekend that it's important to draw the lesson from Cyprus that banks can be wound up, and that should help limit uncertainty. Latest CFTC data shows that on April 2nd, speculations were largely unchanged compared to the prior weeks, except that there was some build-up in euro shorts. Euro net shorts rose again to 65,700 contracts, up from 49,100. Yen net shorts dropped slightly to 78,200 from 89,100, but that was before the Bank of Japan meeting. Sterling net shorts were basically unchanged at 65,000 compared to the prior week's 66,600. Canadian dollar net shorts were relatively unchanged at 64,500 versus the prior week's 62,500. Aussie net longs were also relatively unchanged at 84,000 compared to the prior week's 85,500. Looking ahead, today's calendar is rather light, with Eurozone-centric investor confidence and German industrial production as the main focus. Meanwhile, China inflation data will be watched on Tuesday, which could drive risk markets in Asia. Federal Open Market Committee meeting minutes will be the focus on Wednesday, and attention will be on any discussion about a stimulus exit. The Aussie will face some challenges from employment data on Thursday, and US retail sales and Eurogroup meetings will be the main focus on Friday. The dollar has had a positive correlation with US stocks recently, and last week's weak ISM indices and non-farm payroll put pressure on both. As a result, economic data from the US will possibly start to have a larger impact on the market looking ahead. For all the news affecting the Forex market throughout the day and throughout the week, please join us at forexcurrencytradingonline.co.uk. That's forexcurrencytradingonline.co.uk.